Welcome, gamers. We're going to be playing Down with the Ship. Down with the Ship is a game that's still in development, so it's actually still not out yet, but there is actually a very, very playable demo available. So there is actually a link in the descriptions, basically. If you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you'll sort of see that there's a posted chat, like a pinned chat, where you can actually go and grab the game. It's also in the description if you're watching this on YouTube at a later date. So definitely you can go across there and grab the demo and play this for yourself. I'm playing the demo today. I do want to thank Proxy Studios for actually sponsoring this video. If the name rings a bell, Proxy Studios are the guys behind Gladius, Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, as well as Zephon, as well as Pandora back in the day. So incredibly good games, but they're actually they're more working as the publisher for this particular one. This one is, if I just go back out again, this is the game here. So if you do sort of go across to Steam, you'll then sort of find it through here. So Iron Anchor Games are the developer. I think it's just a lone developer who's been putting this together. It's really, really cool what he's actually got in here at this stage. There's a lot that's still locked away, but you can see that a lot of what's going to be coming. So we're going to be doing a really deep dive into this today, as much as I possibly can anyway. So I'll probably sort of start off by just playing it, and then we'll get into the actual real nitty-gritty of what the game has actually got, because there's a lot to like about this. This is one of these games that's extremely easy to get into, but difficult to master, and I really like those sort of games because it means that you don't have to keep on reading screeds of manuals about how to play things, and the game itself has got really, really good tooltips. So anyway, that's the planned release. There we go, 2026. So it's not far off, and you can sort of tell by the polish in the game itself that it's actually really not that far off as well. Anyway, let's get into it. So what we end up having through here is we've got the this is our ship that we have having through this other side. It's very much like Backpack Battles, if you've played that game, but this one's set in space, and it's, as I said before, it's extremely, when you first play it, you think, oh, this is really quite simple, but then there's so many more, there's a lot of nuance to what does go on, and even what we might do is just sort of start playing, and then we'll start to sort of talk about what's going on. Now at the moment we've got like three area steel hulls in through here. You can see there when I hover over things, I've got like 20 health in through there, another 20 health underneath that steel hull, another steel hull there. So I've got three hulls. I have my captain. Now, we'll talk about captains in just a minute. In fact, we might, I'm just trying to think of the best way to show this. I think we'll just play it as if we're just coming in cold to actually sort of play the game. And so the captains have got their own abilities. We'll look at those as well in a little while. This is actually like a flight deck, which also then enhances different aspects of the ship. Again, we'll talk about that in detail in a minute. This is our one gun that we sort of start off with through here. So this one does a certain amount of damage, etc., and then we've got like a strike optimizer, which sort of increases the critical hit damage. So that's all we've got on our ship initially. Now we're going to go to versus. This is where this is interesting, is the battle against random players. And so what you end up doing through here is that you end up, it is actually, they are often they're real players that you're going to be fighting against, and so when you actually come into it, but they're not like your ships themselves will actually be also then used for fighting other ships. So you're going to end up with sort of like a whole range of different sorts of ships that you fight against, and a lot of these will be built by humans. Some will be built by the AI, but a lot of them will be built by humans. So anyway, let's just get into it. We're going to. This is sort of where I'm up to so far with it. This is season 7, because there is sort of like different seasons for the multiplayer. In fact, there is actually a way to tell. Is it missions? No, that's actually this is just what I'm up to. So you got like all these different level ups. Anyway, we'll look at those in just a minute when we do the deep dive. Let's just get back into it. We're just going to go versus. We're just going to. The only one I can actually verse at this stage is similar to what I am, just Admiral Thorn. So we'll just go that way. We'll begin a game until I sort of get more cash. Every turn you have 20 to spend down through here. So they give you like 20 coins, and so then different things will then sort of add to what you can then do with your actual ship. And so there's all sorts of different stuff. This is a spiked hull. This is going to give me another 20 health. along with one sort of like spike elements. So this one is, and if I press A when I've got that one hovered over, I can then sort of see, so ship hit by non-spike projectiles, fire a spike at the enemy ship for 2 damage and 2% of incoming damage for every spike. So essentially, it also then adds the health, which is going to be sort of like fairly important. So this is something we could go and grab. It's worth 7. Here's another one of the steel hulls for another 20. So we've got 20 there, but more damage. That would be better. It's still got 4 slots. This here is actually a synthesizer. We can actually get whatever of the resources we require. We'll talk about this in a minute as well. I'll just play a couple of battles and then we'll sort of come back out and have a bit of a look at this one. Down through here we've got like a blaster cannon. So this one's going to do a little bit more damage. I think we just by default initially you do want to get as many of these as possible. I'm just going to throw that one into there. And that one, you saw there was a little link. That one's now sort of also applying itself to that particular location. We have over through here a spike factory. So we gain 1 spike and 8 shielding every, and we also gain sort of like extra shield, like a sort of more like turtle type shielding type thing there. If I press the A, it might sort of tell us exactly what that is. Plating. For every plating, the ship takes 5% less damage from projectiles. So that's a good one for us to go and grab. So let's just go and grab that one, throw that one into there. That'll do us initially. We've still got 9. Actually, what you can do is, one little tip is you can always re-roll. Yeah, that's 7. That's going to get me down to 3. This one's on special. I might just go and grab this. These are always extremely useful. So let's just go and throw these in as well. I'll just throw it down there. And at this point in time, I can rotate it by if I click it up and then just right click, it will then rotate. It's now going to give me extra fuel. If I click it again and then rotate, it's going to give me extra energy. So you can see there that there's energy, etc. in the ship itself. And then if you do that one, we just get extra shielding on the actual ship. So we're going down minimally in fuel and in energy. This is per battle. So it's not actually as if you're traveling around trying to sort of do different things with this one. Hi Zarks, how you going? Saying, ahoy mate, you're just about to start the game, Daz? Yes, I am. So yet another DasTactic gem to add to the backlog, yes. This is a good one as well. This one is, it's as I said, it's interesting because you, as you play the game, it is difficult to master. Anyway, let's just keep on. Let's do another re-roll. We've got one. I can right-click on things and think, okay, I might keep that one. I can't afford it anymore. Let's keep it for next, so it's sort of always in the shop. And then we'll just do a re-roll because the first re-rolls cost me nothing. Now we've got another one of these that I can go and grab if I wanted to as well. I can afford that one. We also then have a janitor. Now janitors are quite useful. A lot of the crew members actually are. And so the janitor has got like it restores 4 health and randomly removes debuffs on the ship. So essentially it's like a maintenance guy. So I think I might actually go and grab him. I'm going to reserve that one. This one over through here is a circuit board. And you can see down through there when it's got like a circle. I can't really sort of show it there, but over this side of the screen, it does sort of then show things like items gain. So it's basically saying weapons gain 1 damage and 1% true strike chance. If we do go and grab that one, I think I'm just going to right click on that one, although, yeah, I'll bring the janitor on board. So we'll bring the janitor on board as well, so he can just sort of slot anywhere. I can sort of also rotate him around, but he doesn't really impact anything, so actually he can just sit there and do that. He literally just looks after the ship. Okay, we're down to 2 gold. That's all we can do. So let's now go and actually do the battle. So I'm fairly confident we're going to be okay, but we don't know what we're going to come up against because somebody else will have built their ship accordingly. Now, if I pause the game, now you'll see that there's like like this slow movement through here, like there's a button bar of when things are going to fire, and similarly down on the other enemy side through here. Now, they've got gunners. They've got 2 gunners. This is going to be difficult for us, and then they've got this is their general. So this is General Gribben is the mortar master in through here, and they've sort of got like an artillery cannon. What else have they got in through here? Iron drive. It's worth analysing what the enemies have done. Like, and if this is high as ship stats, yes, you can get the actual ship stats as well. This could be a player, for all I know. Just the way it's laid out like this looks like it's a player's ship, meaning like an actual person. And this will be one of the ships that they would have built and then starting to fire against. But we'll see how we go. We'll just unpause. So the everything's spooling up. We've hit them once. They've hit us a few times. Our health is going down a little bit. Theirs is going down a little bit as well. I don't think we're going to survive this. So just have a bit of a run, then we'll start to sort of try to figure things out. So it's still pretty even in terms of the damage that's being done here. Oh, that was good. We ended up getting sort of like a critical hit there, I think. We're very close now to killing them off. There we go. We got them. Actually, that was lucky. So we were down to 20 points. So that sort of worked out fairly well. So Hyaz, not sure who Hyaz is. Maybe a real person, maybe not. Be funny if if there was some way to just sort of for you guys to get the demo and just start pumping some ships in, and we'll see if we end up fighting you guys. But anyway, there's probably so many in there at this stage. But what happens is we have to win 10 battles to actually win the run, and we have five lives to actually go and do this one. So we'll just go to continue. So we started off fairly well. So the janitor was certainly repairing the ship as time went on. So they had 2 gunners. We focused on what we ended up having. Now we've got another crew member through here, another chemist. So the chemist every 6 seconds, so non-human items charge 10% faster. So weapons gain 25% chance to inflict fire on hit. And so if he's, depending on what he's actually then operating on. So I can bring him across. Now we've now got 22. I'm going to grab another hull. So I'm going to grab this spike hull. I can sort of place that in any old place that I like. It'll still work no matter where I place it. I might as well place it at the front of the ship. These then sort of disappear because these have to be at the front of the ship. So we can bring them up. We'll just go and grab this now as well. And that's sort of related to this one here. What I can do is I can actually roll it over the top and improve this particular synthesizer if I wanted to. If I press the shift, it's always worth doing this to see, is it going to double up what it does do? And no, it's not going to. It's just going to give me a bit more of a percentage, but not double. So we gain essentially another third on top of what we have. So it's worth just keeping these separate. Now we're getting heaps and heaps of ammo. I'll talk about all the mechanics after we just had a few battles. But if I just go and grab this one and just click it round, I'll go to energy. I'll just get so we end up boosting the energy a little bit. Let's get the cannon back in again. This one can sort of sit back in at the back of the ship. We'll grab this as well. This one has to sort of be on the edge of the ship. This one can then come back up. He then operates this. He doesn't have to be facing it, I don't believe. Yeah, he can sort of be facing any old thing. So he can sort of then be doing other things as well on the ship. So it's all about sort of like rotating, laying out, putting different bits and pieces in. Now we also then have this circuit board. We wanted to get this guy here. So if I bring him in, so you can see that he can then operate on that particular element. He can operate on that gun or on this gun here. I might just get him working on that gun to start with. What else do we have through here? This is a modular hull. We gain 5 and 1 shock. One power. 1 energy. Sorry, 1 energy. So I might. This is still 3. What I might do is I might just reserve that for now. Oh, hang on. These are useful as well. These actually do gain. Like, these are very, very useful, getting these crates. They're 5. We've got 6 left. Let's just re-roll and see if we get anything else worth getting at this stage. There's another one of these. That's another 5. You know, I think I'll grab that at this point in time. Let's just grab another one of those. And I'll make this one into fuel. So that way we're getting a little bit of extra ammo, fuel, and energy. And this is important because the more you can get of this per turn, the better off you're going to be. So our ship is now just a little bit more powerful than what it was before. Now I don't need... What I can do is I can actually go and upgrade these. So if we have a look at the spike factory, so every 7.5 seconds we gain 1 spike and 8 armor. We also gain 2, like just by default, we end up getting 2 of the plating as well. So if I press shift, I can see what the upgrade would then be. So it's still, it actually almost, it doubles the spikes. It gives me 1 extra of the plating. I'm going to keep on forgetting what that is, and we end up getting like another 1/3 again of the armor. So it's not bad, that one. I just can't afford it, so I'm going to reserve that as well. I'm going to unreserve that, but I think I'll keep this. Yeah, let's just keep that where that is. So we can't afford to do anything else this turn, so let's just go to the next battle and see how we go.
Let's bring our people home.
Whoa, what's that? Railgun. So we're spooling up. You see that every so often he's just going to give me a little bit more health back. Well, once we sort of do more of a deep dive into it, we'll start to sort of pause and have a look and see what, exactly who's doing what and how it's all sort of then operating. So we're not doing too well at the moment. We're relying on our... Oh, we did get there in the end. Our janitor is actually doing a good job here because he's actually keeping us alive. So you can sort of see there, we ended up restoring 38 health, and that was the difference between between what actually happened. They did more damage than us, but we actually ended up sort of punching above our weight there, which is great. So we need to win 15 battles. There we go. I think we've done that one. So we'll just go continue. So another 20 comes back in. Add that to the one that we had there before. Now this here we get to choose one special thing. And so these are sort of like rare items, and on the 3rd battle is when you can go and choose one of these. So we've got a waste pump. I won't worry too much about what we end up having here. An ammo crate. So every 4.5 we gain 1. That's actually not too bad. The more ammo you get, the better off you end up being. This one here is cracking core. Okay, whenever an item activates, 10% chance to summon a lightning strike. And this one here is Titan Core. We gain another 2 spikes. Look, because we've been doing the spike type thing, I think we'll actually have a look at this one. So this is gain 5. Okay, we gain 5 for every, and it sort of shows like what type of item it actually is. The weapons will be in a circle. See how it's got slug cannon inside a circle? I think that that's a circle as well. Then we've got these here, the Spike Factory. I'm not sure if, I'm guessing that will be one of the other type. It's hard to sort of tell, but I'll show you in detail as to how these things work. But let's go and grab this thing here. Even if we're not really using it at this stage, let's just go and throw that in as the one that we end up, yeah, see how it's sort of picking up, it's actually activating certain elements on the ship, just from where it actually has been positioned. So we can sort of find a spot for it ultimately. That spot there would ultimately then activate like a lot of different units, but let's just leave one down here for now and then have a bit of a look at it. So now we get back these other elements. Now I was really hoping for more hull because I've sort of run out of hull. There's another janitor. So it gives me 5. Well, I can throw that one in. So I'll just do the upgrade there. So I'll get the upgrade. I've only got one little slot left. Unless I grab this one here. Look, I might grab that one and just throw that down into there. It does give me one more spot. And then we've got this circuit board back into here. Hi, Beacon, how are you going? So with the circuit board, if I throw that in there, you can see how it's only applying itself. See how the circles only apply to weapons. So if I place that one in there, it's only going to be applying to the weapons that are in its area. So that's about all I can do this turn. I might keep the janitor around. I mean, it means that you then get less to choose from, and I need more hull pieces. So I think I'll actually just keep this one selected. And we'll just go to the next battle. We're doing well here. We haven't lost any health, and we've already won two of our wins. a bigger ship. Old cogwheel. This one looks like an AI generated ship, but it may not be. They've also got a janitor at the back. They're doing more damage than us, but we are healing back up, but they're healing up as well. Oh, it's so close. One shot, and I think we've got them. There we go. Wow, we're down to 4. So we're doing extremely well here. So this is Daraka. So we're slowly sort of picking up our rating, and we'll just go continue. Here we go. We've got a hull piece now. So we've got a few different things here now that sort of come back in. So we've got the hull piece, which we definitely need. So this is going to give me 20 plus. This one also gives me fuel. So this is like a fuel wing. So that's actually, well, that's exactly what it's called, actually. A fueled wing. So I just go and place that one any old place in the ship. I can, when I place them, I can just right-click to rotate them. But I can also press X to flip it in the X and Y to flip it in the Y. So I can actually just go and place it, you know, if I wanted to place it at the top. But I'll just place it at the bottom. That'll do down there. And so we've got a few more slots now that where we can place different things. So I'll go and grab this one and just go and place that one down into there. And just sort of move it up a little bit so I can see what's going on, just by pressing the middle mouse button. Now these sort of need to have like crew members nearby if we do use those. But what they do is they do give me extra repair, extra speed, and also extra radar. So they are sort of worth getting, but we need to have a person sort of right there with them. So we've got 10 left. We can go down and grab one of those there, get the janitor, which will then fire this thing up. So he's in the right position then to operate this particular station. And we now see how we've got now 2, 2, 2 coming back through here. We're getting the extra plating and the spikes from mainly the plating is coming from here. So this is sort of now all of the buffs that we have on this ship. Nothing is negative on the ship just yet, which is great. We've still got 2. We can't really do much else. Nothing else here that we really need. So we could actually do this one to go and get more of the speed on the actual ship itself. But it's we'll just go and do the next battle.
The cauldron calls.
There we go. We're smashing our way through this. Again, every time you look at an enemy ship, the more you play it, the more you think, oh, I'm going to lose this one. They've got two big cannons in through here, artillery cannons. We've got 126, they've got 168 health. They do have one janitor. We've got the 2 janitors now who are going to be healing up the ship dramatically. So there we go, more healing. So they're at 132. Oh, we're down to 60 now. So we've just taken a big swathe of hits there. They're down to 98. We're down to 56. Okay, they are missing us a bit, which has been a bit lucky. We need more firepower. We're really quite low on our actual combat abilities. Geez, we've almost got them. If you stay for too long, the solar flare comes in and does damage to both ships. Oh, we did it! Oh, hang on, we're negative 13 as well. We lost that one as well, I think. Oh no, we actually won that one. So we got there just ahead of them before the solar flare destroyed us. Anyway, that's fine. So we've actually still got all of our health. Continue. So we're still sort of rolling our way through this. Another 22 gold. So now we've got another weapon there. Now, if we have a look at the when we hover over these, if you press the shift, it's always worth seeing if you do go and add another weapon in, do you get double the hit for it? If I just go and press shift, we get damage. It says 5 times 2. We end up with a times 4, which means it double the damage. The damage itself is also doubled, so it goes from 1.1 to 2.2. The cooldown is the same. The cost and energy is doubled as well. The accuracy stays the same and the crit chance. So I'm just pressing shift, looking at the damage for the blaster cannon, which is what we have here. So there's really no reason to put this anywhere separate on the ship. I might as well just go and throw it over the top and get this one up now to a higher level damage ship. It's showing more damage there than what it was showing when it was back over here, because we have crew members sort of operating it, and we also have other things that are helping it as well. We've got another spiked hull, and this one's on special. So I'm going to grab that. I'm just going to go and rotate this. So we'll just go and throw it in around here, I guess. Just to give myself a little bit more. This one here is a hard point. This is an epic hard point. So this one is, so weapon placed on here gains 1.5. So that's definitely, it's only worth 3. So we're definitely going to want to place that one there. And let's just go and, this is where you sort of then can micromanage. Like if we go and throw that one there, this one is now doing 7.2. If we bring this captain back in, it's still doing 7.2. How did we end up with that one? If I go and place this one down a bit further, if I sort of end up moving stuff around, like in this case,
well placed.
I'll just go and throw these around. So if I go and place that one there, all the stuff that was there end up back over down the bottom here, where I can then just go and replace it. I'm going to just pop that one there for now. Throw that one down the bottom there, just so it's at the front. This one means that this one will then operate this. So I can then go and grab that cannon. This one here is then giving me extra crit chances, etc. So I can actually then have a look. And this one's still 7.2, but with more crit chances because of this. So this is where the micromanagement of the placement is important. If I go and move you back out to there, because these don't really need to be operated. If I go and place this guy on, we end up so that this one charges faster. So items gain 25% chance to inflict burning on the hit, and so this one now has actually got like a chance to actually to create fire. So because of the chemist that's actually working on it. If we then just go back in and grab the others, so we just go and throw this one into here. This one has to stay there. It can't go there. It has to be at the front of the ship. This one here doesn't have to be. We'll just go and place this one. I'll just get the captain. If I go that way, the captain's not really doing much there in terms of where he's looking. Might as well just rotate him around. Then we've got this here, which is going to then operate the weaponry a little bit better.
Configuration set.
Oh, it's a Titan core. I never really placed it properly. Yeah, it's look, that does do a bit more there than what the other one did. Still got 10 gold left over. We have another little cannon here, barrage turret. So I'll throw that one in as well. Just go and place that one in behind there. And we also then have a fuel area, which we haven't actually sort of put anywhere on the ship at all at this stage. Let's just go and rotate this one around. And it does operate better there. See how it's actually now grabbing the fuel from there as well. It's sort of, if I take it that way, it can also then get extra power from another location, which again, it will tell you what it's going to be doing. So I'll just go and place that one there as well. Then we've got 1 gold left. Let's just go to the next battle.
This is our moment. Our people count on us.
Yeah, this one looks like a very, very small ship. But this one's been upgraded. This one actually looks like one of my ships that I played with yesterday, but it's not, I don't think. We should be better off because we've split. Yeah, look, we did that one quite quickly, but we got down to 7. So they actually they specialised in their weaponry. So so that was good for us. You were smashing this today. Often you don't sort of do it this well. Now, if we get more hull pieces, we're then going to get weight. So if I press A, it may sort of show that one. No, it's not actually going to do it. But if I go and grab that piece and throw it in here, we should end up with an extra bit of weight, but we may need to do it anyway. Now this one here is an epic, this is a radar dome, so battle begins at -2 damage to all enemy items. That's definitely worth doing, so we'll definitely grab that, so we'll need this anyway. Let's just go and throw that one back there. This is now, we've now just picked up a bit more weight because we've now built too much hull on the ship. Throw that one into there anyway. And so we're now coming backwards with like we're doing well with the fuel. So what I can do is I can go and grab this one here and just right click it around. I'll do it to ammo. It's still going to help the fuel, but the ammo, I want to get the ammo up as much as I possibly can. And I'm just going to go and place this blaster cannon back over the top. This one's cheap, so I'm just going to go and place it there because we know that they don't sort of, like, you know, they're fine with what they do. Let's just do a reroll. Now we've got another, this one here is a fighter wing. So we gain 15 health, items placed on it gain extra damage. So this is actually worth grabbing.
I'm a captain, not a banker.
Oh, hang on, we can't afford it. Let's just leave that one there. And I'm going to leave this one here as well because I can get doubles of these. If I press shift and then sort of see what it does do. It doesn't do a hell of a lot more. It does a little bit more. Look, I'll still just keep it there anyway. Oh, here we go. We've got this, but I didn't bring enough firepower in. We really should have grabbed that. Let's reserve that as well. And that. All right, to the next battle. Have I screwed up by not picking the right stuff? Well, halfway through, we haven't lost any health yet. They've got a lot of cannons down this way. An auto cannon array. We've got a little bit more health on our ship than what they've got. Now they had less damage. They actually we're a long way ahead of them. Having the two janitors, I think, is making a big difference here.
The day is ours. Home awaits.
There we are. This is good. So this will be a real player. So so that will have been like an actual player there. So we'll just go continue. Or an actual player's ship.
Dreamed of such riches before
Now this one here, shipping pallet. It's a unique item. But I don't know where I can really place it. Let's have a look and see what happens with the upgrade here. Yeah, it ends up doubling everything, which is good. And that's cheap, so let's go and throw that one on top there. The cannon. Now if I press that one there, it only goes up by 1/3, or by 50% basically. So I'm just going to go and throw that one in there. That's just going to give me extra firepower. Still got 16 to spend. And I've got nowhere to... I'm going to right click on and reserve that one. So I can throw this one in here. Now I had to move that one away. So what I'll do is I'll move it up.
Well placed.
In terms of what we have there, the blaster cannon there. Throw that one in. We've still got 8. Now we need to get the captain where he can actually then get access to things. If I go and move that across to there, it's then going to allow me to have the captain here.
Transfer command codes to my terminal.
That one there. Still keep this one activating back through the bottom there. That one can still stay on the side there. And so these spiked areas need to be, if I just go and right click those, I can just place that one there. We've got a hole in the hull there. All right, that's, what have we got? We've still got 8. So I can grab another one of these. Look, I might just do it because I think it gives me a little bit more power at the start. So let's just go and double up this one here. It's sort of starting to chew through the energy, but we're doing okay. Let's just go to the next battle.
Full speed ahead.
I'll just sort of rattle through, then we'll sort of spend more time talking about the way that the game can be played. Oh, behind the wing, yeah, that was a good idea, sorry. Yeah, so, Nicola, or Nick, they cleaned this one up a bit since the last time I saw it. Yes, it's, did we win this one? Yeah, we should win it. See, we are getting a lot of health each turn, and that's because, like, 55 health restored. This one does certainly help a lot. Only got 3 more to win, and we haven't lost any battles yet. And it really is one of these battles, these games, where it's a bit of a 50-50 whether you win or lose.
Stars.
Now, what do we got here? There's a legendary item, a mega bomb. Where can I place it? Where can I place it? This is an upgrade kit. That's definitely worth grabbing for 5. But the mega bomb does massive damage. I need another hull piece. Let's keep that one there. Let's bring another one of these guys in.
Configuration set.
And what should we upgrade? We can sort of upgrade nearly anything, really. Look, without really spending time analysing things too much, I think I'll just upgrade this. It's now just gone up to the next level. We've still got 11, so I can still do this one. Let's just do another re-roll. I could bring this one across. Look, I think I will. Which means I can't afford this one this turn. And I will grab another one of these as well, just so we can boost this up along as well. Alright, so we'll leave it there. These power cells are great as well, but I just haven't really had a chance to place anything. We've actually had very few hull pieces. Let's go to the next fight.
The cauldron calls. Let's hope she doesn't boil us alive.
Now, what have they got for weaponry? Yeah, weapons back here. We've got a lot of armour though, hell of a lot of armour. Wow. But we're doing okay. Our armour is also not too bad, but they've got heaps of it. This is really interesting, this hull. What they've done here. Now, it's going to end up being a... this will be a human-made ship, I would guess. We should have a solar flare come in and sort of dictate what happens at the end here. But they are whittling away. We are getting a bit of armour each turn, like a little every so often. Here comes the solar flare now. So we're going to lose this. There we go. We were destroyed. That was great. What a great ship. I really, when I looked at it, I thought, it's got no firepower. But that's the first loss that we actually ended up having. So that's pretty cool. We'll just go continue. So we're going to have 20 again, and we just start all over. I can grab yet another one of these. There's another pilot. Might just throw the pilots in. We've got that as well. Let's throw you in. It's 12. I wouldn't mind getting that. I'm not going to be able to get the hull anyway, so let's just go and bring this one in.
I was going to suggest that.
We'll just do another re-roll. No more hulls. I'll keep that one as well, just so we can keep on updating that. Okay, so we've still got 7, but I really can't afford anything else. Another little laser there. I won't worry about the little laser. We'll just keep it like the whole areas are really, really full. I could sort of start to push things together and make room, but I think we'll just go to the next battle. See if we can actually get this win.
Our people count on us.
Yeah, this one's been updated. This is a very highly upgraded ship, but we've got a lot more hit points. There we go. This is where the upgrades aren't often worth it. So it's worth actually seeing that. So we did a lot less damage, but we restored a lot of our health. So we're getting up there. 2 more to win, and then we'll start to do a deep dive into what we're doing here as well. Now I can bring this guy in. I've got no hull pieces. That one there is a fighter cockpit. That's good, actually. That is good. That is good. But where can I place it? Well, I can place it here. There we go. So that pilot can then sort of operate that. Let's do a re-roll. I've got no more slots available anyway. Oh, yes, I do. I've got one there. Okay, you can power one of these things up. Re-roll. Give me a hull. Give me a hull. No, I can't put them on top of each other. They don't actually. It doesn't work that way. We have got one of these, so I'll throw that one into there, and I can keep on just getting more and more buffs for what we end up getting. You can see there we're getting a lot more of the ammo, fuel, and energy, just because of this supply crate that we end up getting. Now I can still throw this one in. I might as well do that now, I guess. I really can't do much else. We're down to 0 gold. Let's just do the next battle.
Let's bring our people home.
Oh, two more wins, and we get there. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Like the way it sort of does work here. FTLish says Mr. Worth. It to a degree, it's sort of. I mean, they don't walk around the ship at all. Sorry, I'll just keep that one off there.
Rations for whoever landed that shot.
Oh, we got it. We got one more to win. One more to win, and then I can sort of go and do a bit more of a deeper dive. I'm assuming this is a human player that had built that particular ship. We're doing well here, doing very, very well. A lot of it's to do with the luck of what you end up getting. Well, this is going to be our last real run at this thing. I've got nothing else I can really add on to it. Weapons computer would be great.
A wise command.
Let's go and re-roll and see if we can pick up some hull pieces. I'll get rid of that. No hull. I've got nowhere I can place anything. Weapons computer. Items charged 20% faster. So if I grab that, it needs to have. It wants to have an operator. I want to do the deeper dive in the next run. So rather than actually grab this one now, I think I'll just see if we can win the battle with what we've got. So let's leave that there, just in case we lose this next fight. So we'll. There's no other slots, is there? There's nothing else down the bottom there. That is pretty much it. All right, go to battle.
Full speed ahead.
And then we'll spend some time with it. Now this again has been upgraded. When I see all the upgrades, I'm thinking good, because we're not doing that, and it does work. Now they've got a buzzsaw at the back there. Come on. Do the healing. Heal up, guys. Get those janitors working. They've been the saving grace for us. Yeah, we got them, I think. We've got them. Oh, yes. The janitors are fixing things up incredibly well. Yeah, we've almost got them. Bang. We've done it, guys. That's it. So that's the 10 that we needed.
Well, an honor serving beside you, sir.
So we did well there. So new item unlocked, old cogwheel, etc., etc. That was good. We did very, very well there for our actual run. Damage per second list in through there. We can then sort of see the actual damage that was done with what we ended up having. This is per battle, actually. So that's actually not overall. So you've got damage dealt, damage taken, how things are sort of operated in through there. So it's pretty cool, all the stuff you have. The combat log itself as well. We'll do a deeper dive into that as well. Then the actual graph. It's just got so much stuff in it. It's a really, really cool game. Anyway, we've got a choice here now at the back end here, either to finish the run, which my head's covering, or to go into endless mode. So I'm going to go into finish the run, and then we'll start another run, and we'll start to now do a much, much deeper dive into what the game has actually got and how you can then sort of go and play it. So let's finish the run here. So now we picked up another 50, which means I can get some unlocks. So we'll just continue. Now I can keep on playing endless, which means I just keep on getting bigger and bigger ships and keep on going. You can see now I can start to get some unlocks. Now I've got 105 of the coins in through here. And before I just go in and willy-nilly spend it on this particular a general, this is a mortar master, and so these have got like different abilities than what the sharpshooter has got, and so you can see there's going to be a lot more over time. These will be available in the full version of the game. But look, where should we start? If we go to the Codex, I think, and sort of then talk a little bit about what actually happens. So as you discover items, there's heaps and heaps of items. Some of them are rare, etc., etc. You can then sort of go and choose and pick what you want. Now, if I go and do that, I think that's... I can then get sort of like unique items for each faction. There's lots of different factions, etc. So you've got the actual items themselves, which come from like Universal or the Valorian Federation, Renegade Imperium, etc., etc. So you've got these different groups that then sort of can come back in. So you can sort of filter this fairly readily with the with what you're doing. So like even for example the types, if I go and select just the weapons, so I can sort of see the types of weapons that we then have access to that I've sort of found across the game. And then we'll see other weapon types in through there, but there's like there will be a heap of different types of weapons over the course of the actual game itself. The players in through this other side, like we've got the janitor, the chemist. We also had that's Universal. The Valorian Federation then also had an officer, pilot, and also a time stream shaman, which we didn't see in that particular run. Anyway, there's lots and lots of different items in through here that you can sort of then go and check out to sort of see what's what, which is very, very cool. Hi, Battle Mode, how are you going? And just reading a few other comments in through here. So Beamslam was saying another strange game. Why don't you just play Counter-Strike like a normal player? This is a very, very cool game. But anyway, the demo is available. You can play it for free, which is great at the moment. So you've got that aspect in through there. Mr. Worth saying FDL-ish. Yeah, we did mention that one before. It sort of is, but it is a game where it is just a auto battler. But like we played a fairly fast run just then, but you can actually spend time to really, really finesse your ship and get the absolute best out of it. But I was saying Daz used to play Counter-Strike, I heard. Yeah, I did. I used to play Counter-Strike, but not in a league. I used to play Call of Duty in a league. I actually used to play competitively Call of Duty, believe it or not. A long time ago now. A long time ago. I loved it. I actually loved it. It was so much fun. Like we had like a group. I think it was about 6 of us in the team, and just from around Australia. And we used to practice. Like every second day was practice day, and we'd sort of be honing what we could actually go and do. It was. It was really, really cool the way it sort of did work. Yeah, Battlemode's saying, wow, Proxy Studios are a publisher now. That's interesting. They've been a publisher for a long time, actually. They've self-published, but they've also done other games, I believe. I've known them as a publisher for a couple of years, I think. It's not just been a short time. It's a yes, they are. All right, so reading a few other comments. So Nickerson saying the regen is doing quite good. Yeah, that was all the janitors. The janitors actually helped us in that run. Good showing though. That was really close. Yeah, no, it's a pretty cool game, and the game's more design oriented. And the players' ships keep meta exploration fresh. It does. It's one of these things. When you first look at the game, you think, oh, this is really simple. But the more you play it, the more you think, oh, actually, there's a lot of depth to this. And particularly if you're trying, like we had a bit of a lucky run there. That wasn't skill. Now we have these are trinkets that you can then go and add into your game at the start, which I haven't unlocked any. I thought I would have actually unlocked a few of these by now. I haven't really sort of tried to get any of these really properly. But these unlock the more you play the game, and then you can add these trinkets in, to the way that you then are sort of then going to be then playing your next run. So there's even progression through these. There's the full version trinkets down this way as well, so we don't get to see any of those. These are the various factions in the game, and I'm guessing that the star map is something that will then sort of come in, where you'll then be able to go to different regions of space in the final game to then be able to go and play against the various other factions that are in here. Like you can see through here that these are, when I highlight the Valorian Federation, which is the one that we're playing as, we're up in through here. The Renegade Imperium is back over through here. The Trondrilan Stronghold, and these have all got different abilities for their ships. Back over this side, the Ravaged Dreadven, down in here, etc. The Assembler's Arms, it's got weakness. I'm not sure what the weakness is through there. These are Turgonites. Anyway, it's pretty cool the way it does work. So they've got all these different factions ultimately that will be in the game. Projectiles, these are the actual bullets that are in the game as well. So even these are all modelled. When we do the deeper dive into the game, I'll actually pause and show you this stuff as to how it sort of then goes and works. So this is actually fairly cool, just the various weapons that we've actually discovered so far. The shop doors, so the grind wheel, massive grind. I'm not sure what these do. Get 10 wins in versus mode 5 times, and then you unlock, I guess, different looks to the actual shop doors. Again, it's just cosmetic, I think. The glossary is really cool, and this is probably, if you are going to pick up the game, I do suggest that you visit this a lot when you go back to the Codex. Have a quick look at the glossary, because it gives you a rundown of all the little components that are happening in the ship, and it explains them very, very succinctly, but very, very well. So you get to sort of see all of the different, it's just called electricity, it's not called energy. Would have thought it would have been called energy. But you've got all these different aspects, so you can actually have a bit of a look at them to sort of see how they are actually operating in the ship itself. Like crew member, for example. So all the icons will sort of then start to appear in through here. Weapon, see how it's got the circle round weapon? So the crew members, actually that's circle there as well. Would have thought that would have been different. Anyway, let's do another run. This time we'll actually do a much, much deeper dive into what everything is happening, and I'll explain sort of like the mechanics of the actual game itself. Now, should we do have this money? Let's go and spend the money. If we just go back into, it won't be settings, where will that be? Trader. So this is backgrounds, captains. So I can unlock this guy here, the Mortar Master. Let's go and do that. Trinkets. Actually, I can unlock these. All right, I've got 105. So I'm going to grab the captain. I've also then got skins as well for the ships, which is too expensive for me. So these are some of the stuff we can then go and grab. But let's go and grab this guy here for now.
Flash the house lights.
So we'll go and buy him. All right, so he's now owned. And I knew that there was a place I could get trinkets. I knew it. So what are these going to do? When your first item activates during the battle, instantly charge it by 150%. That's actually pretty cool. Surplus ammo in through here. For every ammo your items charge, you charge 0.5% faster. Personal ID card, so items appear 50% more often in the shop. So that's crew items, crew members. Resonance amplifier in through here as well. This is a 10% item upgrade scaling. And ancient coins, so shop sales appear 40% more often. Fuel reservoir, so plus 8 maximum fuel. We get an extra fuel every turn. It is important to keep on building fuel, ammo, and energy. The ammo cache, so it's the same sort of thing. This is 15. I've got 60 left. I really want that. But then if I get that, I can't get anything else. So I can get all 3 of those if I wanted to. Screw it, we'll do that one. We'll get this one here. So I've got 10 left after this. So I now own that particular location there. So we'll just go back out into here. So let's start a new run and just go versus. So now we can choose a few different things. So let's now do a deeper dive. at the moment we've got Admiral Thorne is the one that we start with, who is basically take aim. So every 7.5 seconds he gains 4 ammunition and 1 extra, I forget what that was called, if I just go to A, radar. So he gets an extra radar there. For every radar, your projectiles gain plus 4% accuracy and critical hit chance. So that's sort of where he's actually sort of going with there. And so your projectiles gain 20% critical hit chance with a lifelink. Lifelink is restores your health when damage is dealt to the enemy's ship. Right, okay, so that's actually okay. Health in this case is not health to the captain, but health to the ship. So that's just how that one sort of then goes and works. It does have an upgrade there. I'll just do the shift. No, it doesn't do anything. You can't upgrade these players. So General Gribben, the Mortar Master from the Renegade Imperium, he's got a cooldown of 4.5 seconds. So tactical reload every 4.5 seconds, gain 2 ammo, and charge the gun item by 30%. So he's actually going to be faster at gunnery, and so the gun or the weapon gains 15% more damage and 15% lifelink as well. So the lifelink is then going to repair the ship. So I'm going to go and grab him as my captain. So here he comes now. He's sort of actually operating in through there. And so he wants to operate on the gun, and this is actually, he is working on this gun as well. So we'll have a look at this one in a bit more deeply. We also now have these 3 little areas down through here. I can go and grab that morphic plate. So I'm going to throw that in as well. So that's now activated in my game. So my game is a little bit more advanced than what it was previously. So our ranking has gone up a little bit. We're now 428 with the actual ranking. You can still sort of see like the stats that you've then got. Don't know if it'll show. It's got the missions. No, that's battles. Yeah, so this one just goes through essentially what you've been up to with your current run. Anyway, we'll just keep on going back into this one through here. So I'll just keep this one's now sort of still activated. So that's actually fine where we actually are there. So I can begin the game, and then we'll sort of get started here. So we're starting off with a Renegade ship. Now we're going to find new items. When we see a little question mark above where I am here, it will then say item discovered. And this will then be placed into the Codex. So now that we're playing as one of the Renegades, we're going to find that there's going to be a lot more Renegade-specific items. So this is a Renegade Imperium. You can see on the left-hand side there's a Hull Smasher missile. So Renegade Imperium in through there. Damage is 12, so it does a lot of damage. So the damage per second is 1.2 damage per second. We can sort of, and this is worth actually analysing as you sort of start to do things. There's a 9.75 second cooldown. It does cost fuel to actually run this particular missile. The accuracy is 95%. Critical hit chance there is 5%. So all of these have got like different abilities that they end up having. If I press the A key, I can then see the hints. So it removes 3 plating and inflicts 2 armor hits on the enemy. For every plating, the ship takes 5% less damage from projectiles as well. So we end up getting, I think it helps with us, and then cracks for every ammo that we sort of then do damage to. The ship takes 4% more damage from projectiles. So it does big damage, but over a long period of time. So it's not the greatest sort of weapon that we end up having through there. So did we pick up any other pieces? No, that's pretty much it there. This is a loaded hull. So we gain 15 and we gain 4 ammo. Maybe I should talk a little bit about how all the different pieces work down this other side. So you can see down through here, we now actually have this morphic plate in play. We have the 20 for our first turn back in through here. The 5 health points, we have to get up to 10 wins to win the run. This is the armor that we end up having. So when the ship takes damage, armor is removed instead of losing health. So we need to, like, it's good to have, the more armor you have, the better. And then this is the actual health that we have of the ship. So the ship explodes when the health reaches 0, of course. Then we actually have all of our buffs. And so at the moment we've got buffs from repair. So we've got every 2 seconds we restore 1 health for every one of these. So we end up getting, so every 2 seconds we get a little bit of health back. This one is speed. So for every speed, enemy accuracy was reduced by 4%. So the more speed we have, the more the enemy will then start to miss. Going dark, when we end up with 10 speed, it becomes a cloaked ship for 5 seconds, which means the enemy can't fire on us for 5 seconds when we first actually come into battle. And so we end up with sort of like being able to spool up in a hidden way before they actually get a shot in. And minus 4% enemy accuracy there is really what it's just showing up the top there anyway. So that's actually what that one does. Then this is radar. So for every radar, your projectiles gain 4% accuracy and crit hit chance. The target acquired, when 10 radar is reached, consume it. All gunnery items charged by 2 seconds and gain 50% true strike chance for 6 seconds. Critical hits deal 200% damage. So the more radar we have, the more we're going to be able to then sort of do damage to the ship. So there's a lot of finesse even in just these little things in through here. Then we actually come down to ammo. So for every ammo, your projectiles gain 1% damage. So the more we have in ammo, the more damage we do to the enemy ship. And so up to 10%, I think. So we've then got this one through here. This one is for every fuel. We end up with debuff resistance, so we can sort of like protect the ship a little bit more. And so in this case here, for electricity, when you have 15 or more energy, you gain an energy shield, which has a 0.5 chance to deflect projectiles for every one of the actual shielding items. So we can start to sort of protect the ship with shielding a little bit there as well, if we start to focus on building these up. Initially, we want to focus on trying to get weaponry going. Let's have a bit of a look to see what we end up having through here. So this is an ammo stockpile that we end up having. So this is the ammo stockpile is going to feed into any weapon that is in around those little circular areas. So ammo stockpile is cooldown of 6 seconds. Every 6 seconds gain two ammo. And the weapon itself gains 20% split chance. I'm not sure what that means or what that does. If we just go and press A. Yes, only just really showing us the ammo. And so items are now added to the shop as well in that sort of sense. So that's actually a unique item. This here is a rare item, the artillery cannon. So this one here is also just doing 1.3 damage per second. So again, big damage, but slow firing. So again, we can start to sort of think, do we go for cloaking because these take so long to spool up? Or do we, and if we go and get this other one as well, then that's going to sort of then, it means we're going to be able to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to be as, in fact, I might just go and grab it anyway. So I can throw that one sort of any old place. I don't know if I can sort of place it further back. Yeah, I can place it anywhere I like. I'll just go and place it there. So that one's now sort of firing into this one as well. Definitely want to have the janitor just for repairs. Actually, what else do we have? We've got this one here. This is a loaded hull. I'll definitely be wanting to get that as well. Just go and throw that in. Still got 9. So I can get both of those.
I am not a monster.
Now,
I am not a monster.
I love the voiceovers in this. In this case, it doesn't matter what we end up putting on this, so I can put anything in there. I'm going to grab this just so I can get extra of the of all the elements down this other side. So let's just go and throw that in there as well. So that's now going to be adding in over time. We're going to be sort of increasing the rate that we then pick those up, and we've then got the janitor as well. Now I'm going to throw the janitor in here. So I'm out of gold, but I'm going to go and reserve this one so I can actually place another one of those in, which will then double up my repairs, speed, and also the radar. This is coming from this element in here. So we want to be, essentially, if the more we can get of those, the better. If I just go and have a look at the shift. Yeah, there's no point in actually, we can just have one of those and just keep on improving it. We don't need to have them all over the ship. So that one can just be improved easily. All right, let's go into our first battle here. So I hope that all makes sense as to why things are positioned. Like this one is actually, excuse me, helping with that particular weapon. That one does 1.3 damage. This one does more damage, actually. If I...
Is this where the magic happens?
it's not going to really work. If I just get rid of you... That one's still working.
Flash the house lights.
That's now going to be doing 15. So we now do a little bit more damage with this missile. He's actually still operating this. So this one relies on him to be there. He's now feeding this one. The janitor doesn't help with anything other than just repairing the ship. I think that's all good. Let's let it run from there and just sort of see how we go. We're going to be picking up a lot more ammo, which means we should end up doing more damage overall.
The tide rises, and so do we.
Now, pause. Let's have a look and see what we're up against. So this is a ship from a player called Quasi. Now, it could be an AI, it could be a real player. They've got a this is Crag Steelforger. This is their captain, and this one here, what does it do? Upgrades upgrades items slowly over time. So this is an interesting captain. At the start of the battle, though, it won't really have that much. It's got a pipe blaster, which does 0.9 damage per second. So we do more damage per second. Although they've got that as well. They've got 3 weapons. We've got 2 weapons. There's fire every 7.5 seconds. There's do they have any sort of stun? No, they don't have any iron weaponry. That's interesting. They haven't placed. This is poorly placed. Like that there, that flight deck, for example, could be placed pointing down there, and then access this guy. So that's actually poorly positioned. The Crag's workbench in through this other side as well hurls a saw blade every 9 seconds. So it's going to then pick up. And again, I can just press the A key to see what's going to do. So saw blades have bounce of 3, gets extra armor as well from that particular workbench. Back down through here, actually there is a proton laser there as well. So this one is just mainly all weaponry at the start here. I feel confident that we're going to be okay. Let's just see how we go. So they've got 80, we've got 75, but we do have healing. And let's just go in and unpause. Now they're going to get to fire first. Oh, nice. Did some damage. So because of this, we end up getting a few extra little bits and pieces. Let's have a bit of a look. So this is the Calluses of War. Your ship gains 20% stun resistance for every second that has been stunned. So we were stunned there for a little while. We'll see other bonuses and things coming back up. So firepower, for every firepower, your projectiles gain 6% more damage. So we're getting more damage in there. And look at see what our ammo is increasing all the time. And so in this case, for every ammo we have, our projectiles gain 1% extra damage. At the moment, we've got a 25% bonus to damage that we're then doing. So it's still there 25. We're 30 at this point in time. They've got a little bit of armor. We're not getting armor for what we actually have, but we are certainly healing things up over time. So we'll just keep it going. This one also then has the Calluses of War with stun resistance, and this one is armored. So we can sort of see all of the bonuses on the ship. One thing we can see down the bottom through here is cracks. So this is actually the debuffs, so down the bottom of the, I'm sort of covering up where their stuff is, but it's not really I'm not really covering anything important at this stage. I'll try to duck out of the way if I am. But in this case, for every crack, the ship takes 4% more damage from projectiles, and so it's got 32 projectile resistance. Just unpause. That there is a I'm guessing it's projectile. That is a artillery cannon. I'm not sure if that's a projectile, fire and mortar. We gain one of these whenever we do that. There we go.
Another fantastic performance.
We did it. So that was good. So we've now sort of done the damage there. If that had have been twisted around, that little piece, it would have been a bit more optimized. So that one's just not quite as optimized in through there. Let's just go and continue. There is actually, I might just show a bit more of this. If I go into here, this then shows the battle, and I can then go into show here for the combat log. And this is really quite interesting as well. If you're trying to analyze what's happening with your ship, we've got combat started. It will then sort of show everything that's going on. Quasi won the coin toss and something happened. I don't know what that actually is. You can copy this to clipboard. Actually, I'll just go and do that. And I will paste it into a text. I'll just see what it says, because it's quite involved. There it is. Quasi won the coin toss and goes first. There we are. So we've then got little like this is just the copy to clipboard stuff from the actual battle itself. Pretty cool, isn't it? Like, it's not bad. Whoops, hang on. What happened there? Just got to go and get all the stuff back. I ended up just covering it all. There we are. I think we're back okay. All right, so and it then just goes through, like, you know, what actually happened. 2 seconds in, we restored some health because of this one, or they did. We did as well. At 2 seconds, they gained some extra armor from Crag. So you can sort of see all the different. Actually, we can just scroll across there. There we go. And it just goes through the whole battle as to what actually happened. So we've got, like, you know, a bullet hit there for extra damage, etc., etc. You know, ships being stunned. It's pretty cool the way it sort of does work. Anyway, that's if you do want to sort of really delve deeply into what's actually happening with your ship, which is great. So engine kill is then saying looks interesting and cozy. Yeah, it's a nice, simple-ish type game. And did Daz cover Void War? No, I didn't actually. I don't think I did. I can't recall. Anyway, we've got other question mark stuff. So this will be part of the Codex now. So this one here is an ammo factory. I'm liking the idea of getting more and more ammo, to be honest. Every 2 battles, lose 2 coins and spawn a random weapon, or ammo. I think it's an ammo thing. Whenever an item activates, 25% chance to gain 1 more ammo. That's sort of like just a standard element, I think. I'm not sure what the diamond shape is. I'm guessing it looks good, that one. You know, this one here is a stainless steel hull. We gain 20 health, gain 10% resistance, and 10% sort of like a biological resistance there as well. This one here is going to add speed and heat. Heat is a good thing. It's not actually a bad thing. Often in these games, heat feels bad, but in this case, they're good. This one here is I'm like these all the time. Whenever I can get hold of these. These also then every 8.5 seconds we gain 3 energy, and we also then can do burning damage on the weapons that they're close to. I sort of need that one where that is. I'm just going to right click that one around. I'm going to go and grab this one here. Just upgrade that. I think I will grab this hull. It's got 15. So I can get those 2 there. I'll still just keep this one where that is. I don't have a great spot to place this. Oh yeah, I can do this. Let's do that. This is no longer being affected like the previous one that we actually ended up having, but I can place this one here, and I can then turn the janitor around. Actually, if I place it here and then have the janitor there, the janitor then activates it. So without the janitor, we don't get all of the benefits, but with the janitor there, we just get this extra little radar. So it's not much, but it does help a little bit with the critical hit chances. Now, this means I can then go and place that one there, where I end up getting bonuses to all those different areas. So I'm now going to place this one here. Just have a quick bit of a look at this one. This is the ammo factory. So I'm just going to place that one there. And we're going to lose a little bit of gold every couple of turns. And then we'll just go and place this one down the back of the ship. There we are. That looks nice. It's that's the other thing too. You can actually go and you've got the paint menu. You've got your codec back up through there. If you go back to the paint menu, you can then go and change the hull types. So we've got like sort of like that's these are the various types of ships that are available. But I'll just keep mine as the Renegades. So we'll just keep that one there. But we can change the overall colour schemes, etc., etc. There's just so much extra little things in this game that you just don't expect, which is quite nice. I really can't make good use of this, so I'll just keep that one off for now. And we'll do a re-roll to see if there's anything else we want to reserve. Oh, there we go. This is actually the artillery cannon again. And I think I will actually reserve that because we can always upgrade this one if we needed to. In fact, if we hover over this one and then just press shift, we can sort of see there that it's doing 10 damage. If I press the shift key, it does 15. So we get another 50% extra on top of it. So it is better to just keep it separate. So this is where I've seen a lot of players actually keep the keep things. Oh, hang on, this one here. Do we need that? Not really. I can still place this cannon back over here, I think. Yeah, we'll have to sort of tweak things a little bit with this, with our commander here, with General Gribben. I'll just keep that one where that is. So we'll go to battle now for the next combat. Here we go. So, not Sandworm is saying if I ever made a game, it would be an honour to get you to play them. Such a based approach on game reviews. Just chill, no toxicity. The world needs more of you. Thanks for that. I don't like. Oh, here we go. We've got enemy ships coming in as well. We're still doing okay. We're still doing okay here. And they've got a janitor there. No, we lost this one. So if I press, we can always just go back and review that one. I won't. Should I worry about it? Yeah, let's go and view the battlefield. Let's go and see what actually happened here. So when we have a look at this one here, what's he got? He's got a hull smasher missile, which we also have. So he's got one. We've got one there. He has got his flight deck set up. His has actually been upgraded. Ours hasn't been. General Gribben is actually still using the same sort of the artillery cannon that we started off with down here. So his general is actually working that one. He's using this, but it's only powering the one there. So this power cell is giving them a little bit extra energy, but it's not actually being applied to. Actually, if he could somehow, and he can't really switch these around. Actually, he could switch them around. What he could do here. Could he do it? No, still couldn't do it. I was just thinking that it would be possible to move things across where these can still sort of activate both weapons. They could if the weapon was there. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. That would be even better again. Move that weapon up to that position, and that way these both activate those. The janitor and then the fuel pump can then sort of sit back in through here. But this is a more advanced ship than what I've got. So it's similar firepower, but without the they've got all the little extras essentially with what actually ends up happening in through there. We'll just go back to continue, but that's actually again what's sort of happening with their ship. So didn't I reserve? Oh no, that's right. Every third battle we end up with like a rare or unique item. So we've got the waste pump. We've got the cracking core. Then we've got the strike optimizer, so weapons gain 12% critical hit chance. This one here is the cauldron power crystals, item upgrades scaling increased by 35%. This is going to make upgrades a little bit more powerful. Then we've got these shipping pallets and things like this. I've got nowhere to really place those big items. The cracking core may be interesting. Just going to throw that on, and if I rotate it around, that gives me. Do we have an ability where we can get anything else. That gets both weapons. Let's just do that. So I'll throw that one in. Now we can actually go and try to get... we've got another hull piece in here, which would actually be useful. This one's cheap as well. We're down to 15 now. So this is sort of then working. Hi, Ficus. Sorry, I missed your comment there before. So with what we end up having here, I can go and upgrade that. And sort of... Actually, we do have this one. No, that's upgraded. That's the one that's upgraded there. Funny, we've still got this as well. It's a unique item. Item upgrade, scaling increased by 35%. Across the whole ship. Yeah, the heavier the ship as well, the more damage the more negative damage we then bring back in. So at the moment our hull size is good. But I'm going to have to keep on getting more. Like this is fueled ring. This will actually get me extra fuel, which would be nice. If I go and place that down in here, that then sort of changes where this gun can go. If I place that one back there, oh, gee, that's not bad.
Satisfying.
It sort of activates a lot in around there. I do want to get this other cannon in, so that gives me enough to go and bring those two big items in. So if I throw that into there, it gives me double the damage then from these cannons. And this thing is still actually powering now all of the weaponry. That's supplying itself. Now this one, ammo factory. Yeah, so whenever any of the items activates, we end up getting a bit of power there. So I am better off just keeping it there. That's working well there. I don't have to keep this character here if I don't want to, and we've still got the 4, so I'm just going to go and bring this one across. Now, again, when we press Shift, we then just see that the benefits double straight away. They go from 1 to 2. So I'm just going to go and grab it, and so there's no reason to pick it and put it anywhere else. Just throw that one in, and we now doubled up these elements just by bringing that one across. All right, so we've got we've lost 1 life. We've only won 1 battle, so we still have to win a lot more. Let's see how we go with this extra firepower. Actually, how are we going here? We've got 15.5 damage there, 11.4, 11.4 there as well. All right, that's okay. Because these are being buffed a little bit. I don't think it shows you where the buffs... Oh, hang on, S. There we go. So this is actually the buffs that this one's receiving. 20% split chance ammo stockpile and 14% projectile. So we're getting that's why we're getting the 11.4 is actually is coming from this thing here, I think. What does it? Where is it coming from?
Do not.
Oops, hang on. Not sure where that's coming from. So we get the buff there. You're getting the 14%. Now we do actually have the 15% damage and lifelink there from General Gribben. I'll leave that one where that is. So that's all okay. Let's just go to the next battle and see how we fare.
How we improvise.
We're doing well here again with things sort of coming back up. This is one of the Valerian Federation ships. Yeah, they've got 90. We've got a bit more health than what they've got.
They're tearing a hole in the ship.
This is good-ish. Damn, they got us. So they got us just before we could get them. Yeah, we've restored. They did a lot of damage there. A lot of damage. Yeah, that's a shame. So we've now lost two health in through there. It's funny, doing the deep dive, we're doing worse than we did when we just sort of crashed our way through the game. Anyway, we need to keep on going. Need to keep on going. We should have the firepower should ultimately kick in if we can just defend the ship a bit better. What's this one? Oh, the low caliber rounds. Okay, this is the gain 30% charge rate and 30% projectile speed, but we do less damage. So placed on the ship. So we gain. This is actually a special thing we can place on weaponry. If I go and click it, you can see there I can place it on any one of these. So this is where we're getting from the from this ammo factory. We end up losing a little bit of gold, but we end up with this ability here to go and place these on weapons. So they've got the same cooldown. There's this one here. I'll do that one there. It's going to be doing a little bit less damage, but the charge rate is going to come up a lot, and we gain an extra, extra sort of ammo in there as well, I think. So what have we got in here? This is actually a loaded hull, so we end up gaining extra ammo there again. We have a modular hull. What's this one here? This is a new one, galvanized plate. So we gain one extra plating with this one here. Randomly remove 10% of debuffs on the ship. That's very good. And then we have another character in through here as well. This is a combat medic. So every 9 seconds or so, 8 seconds, we restores 9% of the health. Now that's actually important. That's actually a lot of health that it actually does bring in. So that's an absolute must-have. So bring the medic in. I don't think he can actually really help with anything. You see that he's helping him. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, I don't know why he's actually assisting this guy. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's actually working. I don't think he can. Yeah, he can't help with the cannons. It'd be nice to get that. Then we've got this one in here as well. Now still don't have any weight, but I think if we get anything else on the ship, we're going to start to get weight. This one here is galvanized plate, so we'll throw this one in.
Just leave room for emergency ammo.
I still have 5, so we now have a bit of plating. It doesn't have anything it can really sort of latch onto here, but that's okay. I'll just pop it up there, so it'll just give me a bit more fuel. So we're down to 0, which is fine. So let's see how we go now. We've lost two lives, and we've actually only got 1 hit through here. So we'll just go and do the next battle. Come on, guys. Hopefully we'll see if the medic actually can kick in here with the protecting us a little bit more. All right, what are we up against this time? Looks like we've got ourselves a track missile. So this one does a lot more damage than what we do, but it's slow. So the cooldown is actually is 10.75 seconds. So then what have they got there? An ammo stockpile, same as what we've got. There's Crag. That's their guy. The janitor. They've got a gunner. We don't have any gunners on ours. This one's also then powering up. This is a photon laser. So they've got weaponry there. They do actually have the workbench, which will then give them armor back into there. And they've actually got a synthesizer there to really boost their energy. So they should end up with shielding. They've got a flight deck up there as well. So they've got the same sort of stuff, but they've got better speed than us. So their speed is coming from... I'm not sure where their speed's coming from. I'm not sure, as we've only got 2, but anyway, it's not going to make a massive difference. We've got mechanics, so this is a 16% restore, slug ammunition, so items deal extra damage. Actually, that's pretty, but it's got more cooldown. That's why this is slow. And then they've got the 10% item upgrade scaling. Yeah, so our one little morphic plate is struggling against these other things. Anyway, let's see how we go. So we'll just go and unpause. Come on, guys. We've got more firepower here.
Come
Now we're going to be firing these a bit faster. We're doing well so far, looking at the health. So when we look at the health here, this is good with what we end up having. We've got fire now on the ship, so every 1 second take damage for every fire on the ship, and then 1 fire is removed. So they've actually got they're causing fires with their weaponry. We haven't caused any fires their side, but we have caused cracks with the weaponry that we have. Come on, big hit, guys. There we go. We got it. We did it in the end. We still had a fair bit of health left over. That's good. And you can see where our ammo ended up being 34, which is again giving us a big boost to our damage. So that was good. Yep, and that's awesome. All right, so we did stun them for a little bit of time as well. We got a fair bit of restoration, which is good. So that doctor may make a big difference here. So Hive Destroy, maybe it activates the person he is helping twice, not himself. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. It does say 9%, which is 9% health, which means that when he does activate, it's going to, like the bigger the hull, the bigger ship we have, the more he's going to be healing, which is much better than just what the janitor's doing, which is janitor's doing, I think, 4 or 6 or something like that per... there we go, 4 health, whereas the doctor is 9% health. Yeah, so it's sort of interesting. Okay, so if we're getting more hulls, we're going to end up with more strength, which means that the 9% will then kick in. So we could sort of start to build a bigger ship if we wanted to. Now there we have a different... This one here is the track missile that we just saw there before. That one does 12 damage. Got loaded hull there again as well. I'm thinking, what is this one here? Just a steel hull. That's just health. I like the idea of that as well. It's cheap, only 3. Let's get that upgraded. This one's an observation deck, so we gain 1 speed for every person placed on top. That's rare. Got 17 there. Now speed is not really a big factor for us. It is going to give us a bit of avoidance if we did sort of pick it up, but that gives me 5 slots for people. You know, I think I might grab it, or at least reserve it. 17 left over. I wouldn't mind getting this track missile as well. That can be placed anywhere. So I can actually have that feeding in like this. And I do want to get this as well. This is going to then push us over. We're going to get 1 more weight, which will be down the bottom here. With this one, I would assume. I'm just going to rotate that around and just slot that in there. Oh no, it didn't. It didn't actually activate that. So let's just do another reroll because we've still got 6 to spend. Now there is another track missile. And if we do the shift here, we can then sort of see, like, you know, what's the... It does from 12 to 18, so it goes up by 50%. This is important, getting these little things. We're doing okay with everything, but the more of these we end up getting, the better off we're going to be. So the cracking core, I think I'll throw one of these in here. We've got 6 left over. Let's go and throw that one down in here. Yep, the one is activating that as well. So I will go ammo and just try to really push the ammo up. And I want to get the chemist in as well. But we'll end up reserving these, and we'll try to get more crew members. And then we'll sort of rearrange the ship completely, I think. So up to 145. Only got 2 wins and 2 losses. So let's go to the next battle. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, hang on. I do want to reserve that as well. What's this? A swarm launcher. It does 2.7 per second. Which is actually better than most of my other things. I'm going to reserve that as well. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next battle and see how we go.
And so do we.
All right, what are we up against? We've got a chemist who is actually upgraded. So how did they upgrade the chemist? And he's firing, he's got this blaster cannon, which is doing a lot of damage per second, 7.9 per second. That's very, very strong. He's then got this slug cannon as well, which is doing only 2.3 per second. Nothing much else there for us to worry about, but that there is a problem. We're doing 2 seconds. Yeah, maybe we'll still be okay. They're 105, 145. I'm hoping the doctor will actually be able to, or the combat medic will be able to help us out here. So let's see how we go. They don't have any little bonuses on their ship like what we've got. That was pretty cool. The missile being just diverted. Oh, we lost. All right, so that's another loss for us. It's not easy. A new item has been unlocked, the railgun. There we go. So we played 35 battles. So we unlock different weaponry, etc. as we go. We've only got 2 health left. Not great. Just go continue. And now bringing all these in. Here we go. We've got another sort of. This is dampener rounds. So gains 40% chance to remove a random buff on the hit, or gains +6. So we can go and place that again anywhere or place that we like. So let's just go and throw it in there. Now we've got 19 to spend because 2 of it came off because of that ammo that we ended up getting. Now I can keep on placing more of these around the ship. And then we've got the chemist. Now he can then operate all sorts of things. So he can help with weaponry. So I can place him in there. Speed, I'll still just keep that one where that is. This one here I'm interested in getting. It's cheap. Swarm launcher. What do we need? We need a group of 4.
Satisfying. Like the sound of a staccato.
I'll just leave that one back. That doesn't matter where it goes. Yep, so it's sort of pretty much activated everything that it needs to do there. Again, ammo is really the thing that's sort of firing up there. Let's just do another re-roll and see what we end up getting. There's another of the... this is a hull shatter missile for 6. I want that as well. Okay, that'll do us, I think. Let's see how we go. So we've certainly got the firepower. We're just not actually winning the battles at this point in time. So we'll see how it's. So hi Nick, saying had a lovely time. I'll see you later. Be off for a bit. Hopefully I'll catch the latter half. If there's it's always the VOD. Yes. Anyway, let's go to battle and see how we go. We've only got 2 lives left. We've only won 2 battles. Now this again has got the high quality weaponry, but we should be able to do a lot of damage to it. I'm sort of relying on my doctor to be able to fix things up a lot better. I wonder if the chemist can actually activate the doctor and get the doctor activating earlier.
And I swear I didn't take it.
We did some good damage there. It's cloaked.
The wrong ship is exploding.
Oh, we got it just. I was a bit worried about that one.
Fantastic performance.
A bit worried. All right, so that was good. So we ended up getting that one. Let's go continue. Alright, a bit of a bonus there with our gold. Grind wheel, feed an upgraded item, split the item into unupgraded copies of itself. Oh, okay, so we can actually split off things that we have actually done upgrades on. Now I can actually upgrade this one here. This one does a lot of damage per second, these swarm launchers. I should actually do a bit of an analysis and see how well these things go. If I just press the shift key there, it goes up again by 50%. Which I don't really have areas on the ship that I can actually that I can keep apart. So I think I will actually do that. Let's get that one up there. This one here is an upgrade kit as well, so we can do another upgrade. I think we'll upgrade... Which one should we upgrade? Let's upgrade that one again. It's now gone up even more. Might get this guy to help out there, or this one here, tactical reload. Actually, that's pretty better. Let's bring you down, just so we can sort of start to work on those there. Let's bring this across as well, just so we can do more damage. Our fuel is going backwards a little bit. I've still got 6, so I can still bring this across as well and do an upgrade there. I'll go and do that. So just get the higher level weaponry. That's going to be better there. We'll just get him actually operating that one there. So that will work. Alright, so we've got no more slots left in the ship. No more gold. We've only got 3 wins, and we've got two lives left.
Now we improvise.
Oh, wow! This is interesting. what an interesting ship from Goblin. Lots of benefits in through here, though. Interesting. What an interesting ship. Combustion engines. This one does actually have rust and weight. Back down this other side. So the spiked hull, speed capsule. It's got all these different welding lasers, which do a little bit of damage per second. I can't see this one beating us. It's got a lot more health. It's got a bit of armor, but I think that the damage that we do is too much. All right, let's unpause.
The fuel is low, and I swear I didn't take it.
We're doing good damage to it. It's doing damage back to us, but the doctor needs to kick in. Come on, guys. There we go. We got it. We're down to 18. I might actually have a bit of a look to see what actually happened. If we look at the combat log, when did the doctor kick in? Combat medic. It's about the 9 seconds, I think. A lot happens, doesn't it? A lot happens. I love this. I love that it's got so much detail. I'm not seeing the combat medic. Oh, there's restored. Yeah, this is the this is just automatic stuff. Not seeing the restored there. It's only the 2. There we go. Yeah, there we go. 1650 restored 13 in one go. Where's the janitor though? Maybe the janitor's actually doing a little bit there as well. Yeah, there's the janitor at 20 seconds. In the combat Okay, morning CPR on the janitor. I'm not sure what happens there. So restored extra and removed one. We did take some biological damage. So that was actually then removed from the janitor. So that must slow our guys down a little bit. The janitor ended up restoring health, 8 health, which is good. So, yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Okay. All right. Another janitor would be very, very useful. Just go and continue.
How about a celebratory shot of nitrocellulose?
It's a very compact ship that we've got. Here we go. Got another janitor right here. But we don't have hulls. Actually, I should have checked to see what sort of damage that one did. If I go back to the replay...
You'll make a fine test of my instruments.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll just go and... I don't think we can sort of see the combat result there. Summary. Combat log. Oh, it does actually. Damage per second list. So, damage dealt. So mainly, actually, yeah, if we can sort of filter, this is actually really, really cool. So you can see exactly what's happened in through here. So the combat medic did 26 healing. The ship itself did 20, janitor did 20, and then the swarm launcher actually added a little bit there as well. So that's the healing. The damage dealt. The hull smasher missile did most. Track missile, swarm launcher. Okay, so these are actually, and this is the electrical. Actually, this is pretty good what's actually happened through here. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. And damage taken. The workbench did the most damage. That was just, this is damage that was done to us on the ship, but I'm not sure how that actually worked. Not sure how that actually sort of did what it did do. Yeah, swarm launchers activated 7 times. General Gibbons, if I put the enemy on there. You can see how many times. Yeah, the combat medic activated 3 times. The janitor activated 5 times. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. God, I love this. I love it. I love the detail that they've put into this. Now, we need to bring in this now. We've only got 10. If I bring this one in, I still can't get another guy in. I don't have any other positions in here. If I throw that one in, I can actually then just go and upgrade this if I just press shift. I know it only does a 50%, essentially. It's not bad. But I do want to get both of these guys. Another combat medic. Can I upgrade them? I can upgrade them. Okay, well I can bring the janitor in then as well. Alright, that's going to just get back 6 there and 13.5% there. So that's actually good. That actually works. We're down to 1 gold. So let's see if we can win another battle.
Earplugs, this spooky loud.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let's just watch and see what happens here. Initially, I'm not feeling all that confident, but we'll see how we go.
And I swear
No, we're smashing them. If you're doing a lot of damage to their ship, it's too late now, but there's hacking, there's all sorts of stuff that went on. We did very well there. We got down to very, very low numbers. That's cool. That's cool. We've almost got 30 battles now won, so we'll just go and continue. It's a real beer and pretzels game. It's one like it's one that you could pick up and play for just a few minutes, and then just come back and play it again, because the run just stays where you are, which is very, very cool. Now we've got a we're doing pretty. We're up to 5 wins now. which is good. We've got 21, and we've got this as well. We've got, this is now magnetic rounds. Let's go and throw that in here. And what we want to do is we want to start to activate this as well to get the speed up, which gives us a bit more survivability. I'm just going to throw this in at the back here.
That wasn't the click of a detonator.
But what we're going to be needing is we're going to need it down this way. So I think I'll actually completely reshuffle all the stuff that's down in here. Like if I just go and grab this component, I'll just throw that down the bottom there just so we can bring it back up. And just bring all of these down for now. Now, how can we make this work to get like a largish area there? So that sort of works in around there now. So I've now got a slot there where I can bring this in, because I need to put all of my people in here. So he can then operate that. Now that missile, we want to have, we want this guy also down in here, operating the missiles. So the missile, this observation deck just gives me more speed. I'm up to 4 speed already, because I've got 2 because of this. Now that also, if I position that there, I can then actually have the commander operating this as well, which still gives me the radar, and we've still got the 4 there, so that actually works. And then we just bring these 2 in as well. They don't need to operate anything else. I'll just have the janitor up there,
Like the sound of a staccato.
and I'll have him look after the commander. There we go. Not sure if that will be effective. Still got 13 left over. Our speed is up to 6 now, so we've got getting a fair bit of speed. I can actually go and grab this as well, which will gain even more speed. There's an ion drive. We've got that as well, which I can bring in nowhere all that effective. I'll pop that in there. They will charge faster. In fact, I can just bring that one across to there just to help out with this missile. That then at least gets this one more powered up with the ammo stockpile. It's going to give us a big boost down through there. Now our fuel is still a problem. Let's go and throw this one up into there. Let's get even more. And what we want to do is just re-roll, see if we can get more fuel. Transporter pad. This is new. This is a signal jammer. Flicked 1 hack and removed 3 radar from the enemy ship. Another one of those. Just press shift. Yeah, it does double. So let's just go and throw that one in as well. Just upgrade that. All right, let's see how we go this time. So we've got more speed, which is going to give us more avoidance in the actual combat. That is actually a. I'll just go and throw that one just so we've got it reserved. Yeah, I won't worry about that one so much. Although we've still got 5 battles to win. Let's just see how we go. We'll save that one as well. Just right click on it. Okay, so Mate of Wolf is saying, what's going to happen when you run out of fuel this next combat? Hi Supreme Plague as well, and Private Joe. Right, so with the, so what actually happens is, the fuel doesn't run out. What it does do is it actually, the more fuel we have, the more debuff resistance we have. So as it drains out through the course of the combat, we end up with less and less debuff resistance. So we don't actually run out of fuel like in a standard game. Like it's not like in FTL where once you've run out of fuel you can't move around. This one you can still do everything you need to do. This is sort of more showing that over the course of the actual battle, we're going to be losing a lot of power through these, which will impact things, for example, like the track missile, which relies on fuel, and so this one should become weaker over time, and that one there will also be relying on fuel. These things don't; they rely on the ammunition. So the projectile ammunition is going up; it's going to keep on increasing a really, really strong amount. So it's going to ultimately do a lot more damage over time. So it's sort of not something we don't have to worry about running out of fuel, other than the fact it's going to make these weapons that rely on them a little bit weaker. Now I've got that as well there. Track missile there. I've got 2 of them. That's okay. I'll leave them separate like that. All right, let's go to battle.
The tide rises.
Fingers crossed.
So do we.
Yeah, they've got some very, very powerful weapons there.
You should have surrendered.
Wow. It's going to really rely on our janitor.
The fuel is low, and I swear I didn't take it.
Come on. Clean it up. Clean it up. Yep, we're getting our health back. Yes, we did it. Wow. Gee, that was close. We're down to 6. The janitor and the combat medic did the job there. That was great. So they dealt more damage, but we actually managed to restore 120 health with those upgraded guys. Wow, that was close. It's very close. The combat is very, very close. Now we picked up another magnetic round. I'll just go and throw them in there again. So we'll throw that one across. What's this one here? This one is a targeting laser. Okay, that's not bad, is it? Just need another spot for it. Modular hull.
Just leave room for emergency ammo.
So I can throw that one down there, pop that one into here. Oh, hang on, that needs to be facing the front. They don't need to be. Okay, so we'll throw that one into there. We can get yet more speed if we upgrade this. Still got 9 left over. Just going to throw that into there. All right, we're up to 6 wins now. So we've sort of suffered a lot at the start, but we're doing okay again this time. Let's go and do the next battle and see how we go. So about 4. Modular hull. I'll throw that in there as well, just to get a little bit more health points. All right, let's see how we go this time. Still only got 1 weight, which is good. So we for every 10 hull tiles above 20, we gain extra weight. So we do need to be careful that we don't make the ship too big.
Follow my lead.
I'll probably start to upgrade the weaponry now. This is very similar to what we've got. Got a few extra little things. I've got a Gatling gun, which we haven't seen before.
You missed. I won't.
We need our medics to kick in, help out here. They've got more
I swear I didn't take it.
more weaponry. Whoa! Down to 12. They're down to 7. Bang! We got them just in time. Wow, we're so close. Having these guys actually do the healing. 180 healed. That is monstrously large. That's incredible. So that was good. All right, continue. Yeah, I would like another refueler. There's another medic. Sorry, another of the chemists, and we've got another janitor there as well. Now, I'm going to throw another janitor separately there. Put the chemist in there. Just upgrade him. I'll throw that on top there. Let's do the upgrade. So up to 7 now. We're sort of doing fairly well. Ooh, there's another combat medic, so we'll go and throw him over the top there. We've still got 5. Let's go and reserve that.
In our back pocket.
What's this one here? Torpedo Bay. So it's epic. We'll save that as well. All right. Well, things are. I'm really quite liking. We're up to 8 speed. If we can just get 2 more speed, that would actually really assist us. We've got no engines on the ship. Okay, so we've got nothing to sort of push the power out anywhere. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I think there's nothing much else I can really do. I don't want to get extra weight.
Fine work. Now we improvise.
What's this big cannon? Toxic gemstone. Never seen that one before. Oh, we've hit up 300.
Fuel is low, and I swear I didn't take it.
Going to be relying on our medic here a lot, I think. Yep, did 36. We're back up to full strength with these medics and janitors. Just need to, yeah, we kicked that back up again. Oh, come on. Kick back in again, guys. Yes, we did it. We did it again.
Mark on the face of the cauldron.
Our fuel got down to 2 there. All right, that was good. Done. Now there's more of those, more of these. I think I'm just going to place them over the top of everything we've got. Let's just throw that one on there. Throw that one onto there. And we'll just do a quick re-roll. What does this one do? This one is an observation deck as well. So this one here, we get speed for every crew member on top of that one. I'll just reserve it. I'm not going to be able to use this torpedo bay, so I'll just go and re-roll. Now we do have this spiked hull. There's an engine, a rocket thruster. That is going to help us if I can just place it somewhere.
Good. That wasn't the click of a detonator.
Now it's 8 at the moment, but we will get speed over time, so we will end up going into cloaking. Let's leave that there. We'll just go to the next battle. Oh, hang on, we've got this guy. What happened with him? Let's get those upgraded. All right, so it's all looking good here. We're up to 8 wins now. So go to the next battle.
Earplugs, this will get by.
So we'll see our speed will increase over time now. Every so often. So this one has got an ammo stockpile. It's got the artillery cannon. It's got the Gatling gun there as well.
You missed.
These fire very regularly. Now we've lost a lot of health here. We lost that one. Okay, so that was too much for us. Again, well-designed ship. We're down to 1 health. We need 2 more wins.
This
Go to
is
continue.
not our final act.
What have we got there? Spare parts. That's interesting. I've got nowhere to really place it. That's sort of pushing the design of the ship around if we use that. This one here is a fighter wing. Now this actually increases the damage of the items that are placed on it. I'm going to need more space to win this, I think.
Satisfied.
Let's just go and throw it there.
The sound of a staccato.
Hull hardening. Okay, so got a little bit more of a bonus there. We're now up to double, so I might as well. Still got 19 there. The fighter wing. It's going to sort of push everything around inside the ship. If I push that to the front, it's cheap. Let's do it. Leave that one back there. Okay, that sort of helps that. Yeah, that's pretty good there. Just gives us a big bonus with everything on the ship itself. I've still got 16. Actually, this one here is it got extra resistance as well, so I think I'll throw that one down. Hang on, that's okay. I'll leave that one back where that is. Put it at the back. What's happened there? Oh, that sits up there, right.
Just leave room for a
Okay, let's re-roll. Now we do have this little weapon here. We then do have a mercenary. So, okay, we can steal stuff from the enemy ship. All right, let's go and throw him in to that spot there. Actually, he then operates all of those, which is pretty useful. Janitor can go anywhere. That's all right. We'll just leave him where he is there, just helping out with all the other bits and pieces. So that's going to be good. And just keep that one there. So we are going to be running out of fuel a lot. Let's just go to this next battle. We've only got one more life left.
The tide rises, and so do we.
missed, luckily. Big salvo at the front. And we did a lot of damage to them.
The fuel is low, and I swear I
We're
did.
still doing okay with our health. And theirs is coming down.
Missed. I won't.
Now we're out of fuel here. This is actually now showing that we've fuel is actually our biggest problem. And yeah, it's enough to kill us off. So that's actually, it was the fuel in the end that was the problem. Like once we ran out of fuel, we couldn't actually fire those weapons. So there we go. We lost. Lost with the next one. Just go continue. So there we are. So we end up getting a bit of a reward in through here. So like again, they're looking to wishlist the game at this stage. So if you are interested, then yeah, absolutely. There's a link that's been stickied in the various chats and things, and also in the description. So if you are interested in the game, it's a great little game. It's a game actually. Again, it's surprising just how much there is actually in the game itself. Like what there is you can actually go and do with it. So I'll stop here. Like that, I think we've sort of given it a pretty good run. But it's each of those playthroughs was quite different. The first one we got through and actually won. This one we lost, but it was still exciting and still interesting. But yeah, I did actually, and I didn't really get any fuel. Actually, I think I may have got a fuel that I missed. I vaguely remember seeing one pop up and then not actually going and activating it. I'll just read a few of the comments. What do we get to? Yeah, Zartek is saying backpack paddles in space sounds dope. Yes, it's pretty well done, isn't it? Like it's a pretty cool game the way it sort of does work. Then Nick is saying he's be off. So this is pretty much a hybrid between Cosmoteer and Shortest Trip to Earth. I know Cosmoteer, but I don't know Shortest Trip to Earth. So I'm not sure about how they sort of fit in. So what do we get up to? So Matter Wolf saying, yeah. So you asked the question about the fuel. Well, there we see it. We lose. Is the short answer. So can the walkway that gives speed per person on it be upgraded? No, they don't tend to be. I certainly haven't seen any upgrades for hull pieces. How many times? With how many times you have less than 10 health, is the too far from your engine going to help you or kill you? The fire is not a problem. It's sort of interesting. You'll see down through here, even down in this other side, it's just heat. The fire down there is the problem, the burning, but the actual fire from the engine is not really an issue at all. And so in this case, yeah, for every heat, items charge faster. So the heat is good in this instance. So Inferno, when 10 fire is reached, or 10 heat is reached, can human charge non-human items on the ship by 2 seconds. So it actually only does positive things for the actual ship itself, but it's flame underneath here that's the problem. So for every one of those, we ended up taking more and more damage. But the trouble we had was we ended up running out of fuel, which meant we couldn't fire the big weapons. Anyway, guys, I'm going to, I'll just continue, and that was our run done. But we now have, I didn't actually get any, I thought I was going to pick up a little bit more there. Well, we picked up a little bit, I guess. But I could sort of just go back into here and just pick up another select trinket slot. Should I just cancel that one? Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching. And as I said, there's a link if you do want to have a look at the game on Steam. The demo, there's a demo there at the moment. I think the demo is going to be updated tomorrow, I believe, with more stuff in it, I think. So anyway, it's actually, there we go. So Baron Burek saying Starship Theory successor. Yeah, Starship Theory was a game that I really thought that was going to be an incredibly good game, but it sort of ended up sort of crashing and burning. Really, it never really went anywhere. Yeah, so definitely Starship Theory. I do remember the game. It was a game that I was really looking forward to, and it just didn't quite deliver. This one I find, when I first started playing it, I thought it was very simplistic, and then the more I played it, the more I realised it's actually got a real lot of depth to it, like where you can really start to finesse and tweak things to sort of make it work. I mean, you even just think about where we ended up. We started off with this ship here each time, and you end up essentially with something really quite different at the end of the run. Very, very cool game. Very, very cool in terms of beer and pretzels games as well. Nice and fast. So, Supreme Player saying, Daz, is the game Viritum on your playlist? No, it's not. I don't know that game. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for watching. And I will catch you guys. Well, actually, I'll be streaming pretty much all through the Next Fest, like the Steam Next Fest, which pretty much kicks off as of tomorrow. So I've got like a whole heap of different games. So tomorrow I'll be playing... actually, what is my... I'll just have a look at my list. I've got so many games sort of booked in. So tomorrow I'm playing... on the Slytherin channel, I'm playing Battle Plan. So that's like in about 22 hours from now, and then after that I'll be back on this channel playing Ashes of the Singularity 2, and so I'll be sort of playing that one a bit later than my normal streaming slot. So I'll probably have a bit of a breather for maybe half an hour to an hour, and then come back and do the Ashes run and sort of and show that game off. That's incredible, and that's also got a demo coming out tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Anyway, that's where we are with that one as well. So there's a lot of games coming up this week, essentially, with the Next Fest, and of course this one here as well. If you do want to wishlist it on Steam, if you want to grab the demo and play it for yourself, you can see there's like even just in the demo, there's a lot of replay value just in what we're playing here. Like, and this is just a demo that I've got. It's the demo 0.91.33. So it's actually you've got hours and hours of fun just with the actual free demo. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow.